Okay, welcome friends. Hello everybody. I hope everybody's having a terrific Tuesday. Glad to be here. Glad to be here. This is your old pal, Mr. C of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. Welcome everybody. Welcome to our senior session. Seniors, thank you so much for joining me. I am glad to see you today. Our class, first of all, we're going to start off with the hymnal. It's called He's Got the Whole World in His Hands. It's a classic that you guys may or may not know. But while we are waiting, after I do all my announcements, please, care workers, if you're able to, so that our seniors can probably sing along. If you guys are not fully aware of how to sing this song, you can always go on a Google search drive, okay? Just type in He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, type in lyrics right after that, and then you should be able to have the lyrics handy. You should be able to get those lyrics really, really quickly. Okay, so if you don't know how this song goes, okay, it'd be a good idea right now, care workers, nursing staff, whoever, if you can help out our friends, that would be great, and then we can all sing along together. But then after that, we're going to talk about hand percussion, okay? So I know we've been doing a lot of drumming techniques, okay? And we're going to go back to that as well. But today, we are just going to utilize our hands, okay? Because there are a lot of hand drums out there, a lot of different types of hand drums. One of them that I'm going to use today, this is called a djembe, okay? This is an African type drum, okay? And notice the shape, it's almost hourglass, but not quite, okay? This one has kind of a big top over here and then a small base, all right? And there's a lot of different types of djembes. There are different sizes of djembes, okay? But technically, basically, when they were made to fit right into the lap, okay, that you could play right there. This particular one is a big size, also with a base that has these holes over here, that makes these legs, okay? And it's really not meant to be fancy, actually, because normally djembes are made where the base is completely solid, no holes on the bottom, just a completely solid base, but only with an opening underneath, okay? And then what happens is, if you have that kind of djembe, right, if you put it onto the ground, the sound itself would be very muted. But this particular one was made with legs so that air can go right through, all right? And you could sit it down on the floor and still have a very good resonating sound coming from the instrument, okay? Now, does that mean I expect you guys to have that? If you happen to have that in your home, okay, wherever you are, hey, that's great. But if you don't, that's okay, because again, I'm going to show you guys certain hand techniques, okay, that you can really use for any kind of hand drum, like the congas, okay? You can use a lot of these hand techniques for a lot of the different hand drums. So all you really would require would be a solid surface. You can use a tabletop, okay, that you don't mind banging on, okay? Or really, even if you don't have that, you could really use your lap, okay? We could go over these same techniques just using our laps, okay? So that you can get a handle of how the techniques go, how it should feel when you're doing that. So if you don't have any of those things, a tabletop, okay? If you don't have a drum, you can use a tabletop, and if you don't have a tabletop handy, just use your lap, okay? And we'll definitely be able to jam together, okay? So welcome. I do want to remind everybody to go on to become a member of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, and that comes with some benefits, as I've mentioned before. Okay, if you join Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy as a student, as a member of the school, all you'd have to do is go on to patreon.com. It's in the description of this video. Patreon, patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. Again, let me say that again. That's patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, where you can join for a minimum of $1, and you get the following benefits. Benefits are, you get to which is exclusive to members. You get to have courses, okay, for any of your children who might be parents right now and are doing homeschooling for their children. They get to see video courses of me teaching them how to teach, okay, teach generally, doing lesson planning and things like that, okay, but also be able to, I teach them how to teach music to their kids, okay? So there's that. Okay, so you can definitely tell your grandchildren, your children, for your grandchildren and everything. That would be a really great benefit. Okay, if your grandchild is a homeschooler, but also, my senior friends, you also get to be part of the virtual holiday open mic, okay, which is open to anybody who is a member, no matter what age you are, doesn't matter, okay. You can be part of the open mic for the very first time virtually, okay, and sing your favorite Christmas songs, okay. So this is our holiday open mic that will be happening sometime in December. So become a member where you get to have that. And also Q&As, which is open to everybody who is again a member. Okay, you get to be part of live Q&As, which will be coming up soon. But in order to get that, you have to be a member. Oh, and one other thing: if you are a student, a member of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, you get a certificate. Okay, a Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy certificate from me. Okay, you will be able to have that, and that again is only exclusive to our members of the academy. All right, so lots of good things when it comes to that. And I thank you so very much, guys, for subscribing to my channel. Okay, thank you so very much. I'm very grateful. Okay, and I encourage you guys to keep liking and sharing these videos, spreading the word about these live sessions that we have for free every week, every Monday through Friday, every week, with the different grade levels, okay, that I do with the kids, as well as with you guys and our special needs community as well, which will be today at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, American Eastern Standard Time. Now, I mentioned American Eastern Standard Time. Yes, that's the time that we do it. But I also like to thank so very much. We have listeners from all around the world, okay, for pretty much all around the world, like people like the Philippines. Okay, I have my Filipino friends that are tuning into my live YouTube sessions, as well as people from India, and also people from Ecuador, which happens to be the native country to my parents. My parents are originally from Ecuador. I'm originally from the United States, but they're originally from Ecuador, and so I want to thank you guys for also tuning in. Okay, and lots of different other places, and some people from my native state of New York. All right, New York in the house. Okay, thank you very much for joining me on these live YouTube sessions. And again, just continue to spread the word. I like bringing live free music lessons to everybody. Okay, this can be a help for everybody. It's educational, and it's also therapeutic. It's very helpful. Music has been helpful to me in so many ways, and I just want to share that with you guys. And so again, I am so grateful for everyone's support. Please continue to subscribe, and let's get on with the lesson, guys. I'm so happy to be here, and to thank God for our ability to do this, okay, to make music, and that's why I start off with a hymnal. Okay, I'm going to grab my ukulele, and I'm going to sing on my ukulele first. Do my jingle. Excuse me, I gotta be a little more careful. I almost hit. Almost hit the ukulele. But yeah, we always want to be careful with our instruments. But here's my ukulele, and I like to start off with that jingle. Okay, here we go. If you know it, sing along. Time for school, time for music, time to learn together, we can do it. Learning is fun with Mr. C, and learning is fun with Mr. C. I hope you guys are having a good time. Okay, so now we are going to, and I hope you guys were able to get the lyrics to the song, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, okay? So I would like everybody to sit up straight first of all. Let's do a couple of exercises, not too long, because I definitely want to get to the core of our music session here. So posture is very important, okay? Fitness, we're talking fitness in music, okay? Especially when we're about to sing our vocal cords. It's part of our body. So if our body is good, our body is healthy, then yes, our voices will be healthy as well. Okay, they go hand in hand. So everybody sit up straight, put their hands in their laps, okay? Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And I would like everybody to reach up. Let's do a nice reach up as high as you can, okay? Don't push it. Don't over push it, my friends. Let's just go as high as we can, okay? I can go higher. If you can't, sometimes we can only go up to here, and that's okay, as long as you know your limits, everybody. We don't ever want to overextend, but as high as you can, reaching, and then everybody put them down, and let's everybody put our arms in front of us, and let's start rotating our elbows and wrists, kind of like we're saying, oh, come here, come here. All right. And we're doing this for a little while, and let's go in the other direction. Everybody, let's do that in the other direction. Also maintain breath control, guys. Everybody breathe through your nose, out your mouth as you're doing it, okay? We always want to breathe as we are doing these exercises. Very good. All right, just shake it out a little bit. Shake it out a bit. And let's go with our shoulders. Everybody rotate the shoulders towards the back. There you go. Rotate those shoulders, and everybody rotate them forward. There we go. All right, and now, my friends, everybody look all the way up, okay? And look all the way down. And everybody look towards your right. And everyone look towards your left. And then try your best. Don't overdo it. Tilt your head to the right and tilt your head to the left. There we go. Don't overdo it, guys, especially with the neck. This is a very sensitive area. So you guys want to always, yes, stretch it, because it definitely helps stretching in a proper way, stretching of the vocal cords, which we need, but we don't ever want to overextend ourselves, okay? Everybody take one more deep breath in through your nose. And out your mouth. Once again, another deep breath in and deep breath out. Okay, great. All right, here we go. Let's get into singing our hymnal, okay? Praising God through this really good old hymn. Most people do know this. Again, it's called "He's Got the Whole World in His Hands." And doesn't He have us in His loving and caring and protective hands, guys? Okay, He is very, we can count on God, and that's a very comforting thought. Before I do anything, before we take on the day, let's get our mind straight and always remembering that He is always has the best intentions for His people. And so, if you don't, look in your lyric sheet, okay, and try your best to sing along, guys. Here we go. He's got the whole world in His hands. 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 He's got the wind and the rain in His hands. He's got the wind and the rain in His hands. He's got the wind and the rain in His hands. He's got the whole world in His hands. He's got you and me, brother, in His hands. He's got you and me, sister, in His hands. He's got everybody here in His hands. He's got the whole world 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 in His hands. All right, good job, everybody. Give yourselves an applause. Good job. Okay, thank you very much for singing. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and yeah, get into that frame of mind again. Yes, He's got everything under control. So no matter what is chaotic in our lives, okay, just know that it's supposed to be. And that's the way God wanted it, and that He doesn't give us too much to handle or too little, okay? He is right on time, and He's a planner, guys, okay? So let's get to work now, guys, on our core lesson, okay? Hand drumming techniques, okay? And so I mentioned a couple of different other instruments, other percussion instruments. Okay, one being the conga. Okay, there's even like for anybody who's familiar with the Spanish percussion instrument called the cajon. Okay, the cajon is another hand drumming type of thing, except it's not really a drum like this djembe. It doesn't have a drum skin. It's just made out of solid wood. Okay, but the idea of the cajon, just a little bit of culture there. Okay, and it comes from Spain, and it's really just a wooden box with a sound hole in it. Okay, the idea behind the cajon was it was made from a drawer. That's actually what cajon means in Spanish. Okay, it means drawer, and so somebody was able to, I'm not sure who, but somebody was able to fashion that where it covers all sides of the drawer, okay, the cajon, and make a sound hole there, and then was able to use the hand techniques to drum on or to play percussion on that particular instrument. And now it's become a standard instrument. You definitely hear that in a lot of flamenco music, which again also originates from Spain, and now popular percussionists, okay, drummers and percussionists, they're really using the cajon a lot these days in our modern bands and things like that. So yeah, if you ever want to look it up, look at the cajon. It's spelled C-A-J-O-N, okay, cajon. The J has a H sound, okay, in Spanish, in the Spanish language. So the turning sound, that H sound, so it's called the cajon. Once again, that spelling is C-A-J-O-N, okay? But in terms of hand drumming techniques, what I'm going to show you guys is some coordination, okay? And this is, you know, I'm doing a lot of drumming, you know, with you guys and showing you lots of coordination, which is great, not only for the fine motor, fine and gross motor skills, but it's also great for the mind, okay? This is why I'm doing a lot of this. It's a very, in a way, it kind of holds a simplicity to it, but at the same time, it can be challenging when we're doing a lot of coordination. And in order to do that, we got to make sure that, again, our posture is straight. So if you guys are losing your posture a little bit, let's sit up straight, everyone. Okay, make sure your feet are planted on the floor if you can. Okay, if you can't, of course, then you adjust your posture as best as you can. All right, but we relax our shoulders, okay, and we sit up nice and straight. Our back still remains straight, okay. Hey, singing as well as drumming, okay. And I'm going to adjust my camera a little bit so that you guys can see what I'm doing drum wise. You might not see. Actually, I could probably back up a little bit, okay. But again, you guys can use your tabletop surface, okay. If you have that, if that's, you know, if you don't have a drum of any kind for hand uses, right? Or you can definitely use your lap, okay? You could definitely use your lap for this, okay? But here we go. I would suggest also you put your legs together when you're doing this. This way you have like one surface, so to speak, okay, to coordinate on. Now, generally speaking, for the drumming, okay, and I'm sorry, my top of my head is just a matter of adjustment of the camera so that you guys can see, you can generally see, you can more importantly see the surface of this of the drum here, of the drum skin. But we're using the djembe. Again, the djembe. If you ever want to look up the djembe too and maybe even get one of these instruments, it's spelled D-J-E-M-B-E. Djembe, okay? The D is silent in there. Once again, that spelling is D-J-E-M-B-E, okay? Djembe, okay? And this particular instrument, I think it's my favorite. It's one of my favorites, okay? I definitely love the versatility of the one drum, okay? The idea behind this is that we want to keep our flat hands. Make sure that as we're sitting up straight, okay, and we're hovering over the drum skin or the surface that you're using, okay, you want to keep your hands your fingers closed, okay? So you see that right there? Your fingers are closed and you're hovering right above the spot where you're going to hit, okay? In this case, we're going to go for the center of that surface, okay? And in particular, the center, when it comes to the djembe, okay, or really any hand drum, I want everybody to not only just close your fingers, but also cup your hands like this, okay? It should be kind of cupped. You see that? Not flat, but cupped, okay? Reason being is because we're going for our bass sound, which is the lower sound, okay? We want to achieve that lower sound. So in order to hear that, we got to cup the hands, okay? You can do it with both, okay? And aim for the very center. That's where we're going to get our lowest sound, okay? So watch this. Here, you're not going to use wrist, okay, but so much the elbow, but the arm doesn't move. We're not going to utilize our whole arm, okay? We're not trying to hit hard because you really don't need a lot of force to get a loud noise if you wanted to play loud. But that also means that with our, notice the elbow is we're using the fulcrum, okay? The elbow as a fulcrum. This allows us to control how, okay? So watch me first. Here I have my cupped hands and I'm going to alternate. I'm going to go right and left, okay? Watch this. Okay, so you see that right there, and you hear it. That is our bass sound. And you generally, if you guys are using a tabletop surface just to practice on, okay, you'll notice that as we move forward, that it will create, even with a tabletop surface, it will create a sort of low sound, okay? Very low sound, that type of thing. So let's do right and left with our cupped hands. Let's do that for a little while. I'm going to give you guys a 4 count, okay? So to give you a 4 count, I'm going to go 1, 2, ready, play. Then we're going to go right, left, left. We'll do that continuously for a little bit until I cut you off, until I do this, and that's my cue to stop, okay? Everybody ready? Let's get in our readiness position, okay? You remember those terms that I use. Readiness position. Here we go. Cupped hands just above the place you're going to hit, okay? You have to aim for that. And here we go. 1, 2, ready, and play. Right first. Right, left, right, left. Again, I'm using my elbow as the fulcrum. Keep going. Right, left. And it does that nice low bass sound, okay? Right, left, right, left, right, left, and stop, okay? Very good. So you should be able to feel that. Now, also notice, I didn't mention this before, but notice that while I was hitting too, when I hit, I didn't just let it drop and stay as I alternated. When I hit, I also felt kind of a bounce to it, okay? I felt like a little bounce so that when I hit it one time each, I still kept it hovering above the hitting surface, okay? Same thing when we went over our drumming last week, okay? Same idea. You want to hit it and control, okay, how you hit it, making sure the fingers are together again. Don't spread them apart. Keep them together, okay? And hit it and let it float just above, okay? This way you are always in control of the way you want to hit the drum, okay? So this time now, I want everybody to flatten their hands, keeping the fingers still together, okay? Still together. The thumb also, make sure it's close. Don't let it come out like this, okay? Because you never know where it's going to hit on a particular surface, on a harder surface, and you might hurt yourself, okay? No matter what age you are, okay? That is always painful. So keep your fingers close together, all right? Just like that. And now we're going to move from the center, all right? We're going to move from the center. Think about, let me actually give you guys a certain view right here. So if we're thinking about the center where we were hitting the bass, we're going to come closer to, you're going to come closer to yourself, but it's going to be a midpoint between the center and the edge, all right? That's the idea. So between the center and the edge, you're going to be right here at this midpoint with your flat hands, okay? So whatever tabletop surface you have there, you're going to think in those terms, okay? Again, from your center to between the center and the edge, you're going to be in that midway point right there. So that's what we're going to use. Flat hands this time, okay? And you're going to hit, with those flat hands, you're going to hit that surface. Now notice when I hit it on the djembe, it sounds higher. It sounds higher. And even if you're using regular tabletop as well, from a cupped hand in the center of that tabletop surface to a flat hand, okay, on that tabletop surface, it's going to sound higher. So it's kind of like there's more of a treble sound, okay? So that's a musical term. Bass is low, treble is high, okay? Or it's really more of a mid-treble, because you're going to find out in a second we're going to go higher as well, okay? So you'll see that. But keep your hands like so, both hands floating above that mid-treble area. And we're going to go left, right this time. We're going to go our left hand first, right hand first. Watch me first. It's going to go left, right, okay? And I'm going to stop right there because I would like us to do it together. So everybody get in your readiness position, flat hands, remember fingers together, don't spread them apart, fingers together, okay? And we're going to go left, right for a while. I'm going to give you my 4 count first. Everybody ready? Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and left hand first. Go left, right, left, right. Now let me keep talking, keep going while I'm doing this. Notice I'm also using a little bit of wrist, okay? That's okay, but mostly the fulcrum is coming from the elbows. You see that? Okay, that is the strength of the stroke, but I'm not hitting very hard, okay? If I want to hit hard, I could do that, okay? but let's also utilize some control and hit soft. Okay, guys, this kind of thing, this practice allows us to be very purposeful. Okay, purposeful is the key when it comes to music. We hear a sound by accident, and then we want to replicate it. We want to continue to do it. Okay, and that comes with control of the mind, so that you can utilize proper technique. Okay, and everybody stop right there. Okay, so that was the mid treble point. Now we're going even higher, a higher sound. So this is the higher treble point. Let me show you where we're going to aim for. So we went from the center for bass, mid treble, okay, right there between the center and the edge. Now we're going to the edge of the hitting surface, or the edge of this drum, okay? That's going to create a higher sound. And even in this flat tabletop surface, you'll come to see the difference if you go for the edge. Now, I implore upon you though, guys, do not go for the very, very edge, like the very corner. I don't want you to hit there so much as I want you to hit slightly inner of the edge, okay? But not, see where I'm pointing? Right there, but not the very edge. You don't want that, because that is very hard. Even on a drum such as like this part is very hard, and you could easily hurt your bones in your fingers. That would not be good. That's kind of painful, especially if you hit too hard, okay? So you want to aim for that, just inside the edge type of thing, even on a tabletop surface, even in a drum, okay? So flat hands, okay? We're using our fingers and keeping them together, okay? And watch this. I'm going to hit it one time with my right hand. Look at that. It's even higher than that. You see that? Higher than that mid treble. I've come a little closer to the edge now. And now it sounds even higher, you see? So now we're on that high treble sound. And we're going to go right, left, okay? Everybody right, left. A little bit of wrist, but mostly elbow as the fulcrum, okay? So here we go. Get in your readiness position. And here's my 4 count. Here we go. 1, 2, and ready. Let's play right hand first. And right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And remember, bounce. Keep going, guys, as I'm talking. Always a bounce. Feel that bounce and hover. Every time after you hit, hover above the hitting surface. Do not let it drop like so. Don't do this. Okay? That doesn't make a resonating sound. A nice sound is going to come from one hit right above and covering right above that surface. And everybody can stop right there. Okay? Great job, guys. I applaud you so much. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Now, let's get into some more coordination. Here is where we really utilize our minds, our brains, guys, to manipulate different types of rhythms. Because, hey, not every rhythm is going to be, a march tempo over and over again, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to coordinate from the different spots, okay? So watch me very closely. Start off with the bass, okay? You're going to do 1, 2 on the bass, okay? Then you're going to move over to 1, 2 in the mid treble, okay? And then to the high treble, 1, 2, okay? So it's going to go one after the other. This is probably the most basic of coordination, okay? We have to start off very slow, because ultimately, when we start to get good in a slow tempo, that is that word tempo. Tempo is the speed in which you play or sing, okay? In this case, we're playing an instrument. The speed in which you play, whether it be slow, whether it be fast, we start off slow to get the coordination just right, okay, and the rhythm just right. And then once we are comfortable, then the next phase in practice is to up the tempo a little bit. Let's make the pace, okay, that's another word, another word for tempo. Make the pace slightly faster. When we get good with that, then make the pace a little bit more faster than before, okay? And that's how we build up speed, okay? That takes a lot of brain power, guys. That, exercising the mind, okay, at any age. I don't care if you're young. I don't care if you're mid, okay, or you're up there in years. We always have to continue to exercise our minds, okay? And that's what music does, okay, in a very fun way, okay? So here we go. Watch this. So I'm going to go again, right, left, bass, right, left, mid treble, right, left, high treble. So it's going to go coordinating from the different ranges back and forth, just using one beat each. So watch me really closely. I'm going to go very slow, me first. Okay, now I'm going to do this continuously. So I went from bass, mid treble, high treble. And stop. I'm going to stop right there. Okay. Now, in case I had a little window, a little thing just pop, a little message that my connection, my internet connection was a little weak, and then it went away. So I'm kind of back in case I froze there, guys. Okay, but again, I'm going to show you that coordination: bass, bass, mid, treble, high, treble. Okay, and we're going to do this continuously. Okay, in fact, we're going to slow it down a little bit. So everybody get into your readiness position. We're going to slow it down a lot more. I'm going to slow it down more than what I was playing. Okay, so here's my 4 count. Ready, and slowly go. Bass, bass, mid treble, high treble, high treble. Keep going. Bass, bass, mid treble, high treble, bass, bass, mid treble, high treble, high treble. Keep going. Bass, bass, mid treble, high treble, and stop right there. Okay. Now, ultimately, again, when we're more comfortable, eventually we're going to build up speed. You're going to build up speed when you get good at this. You can practice this on your own, guys. You can go back to the video after we're done today and just practice with me over and over again to the point where eventually you are going, if you do it enough, you can be able to go faster than that. Okay, you see the idea? So right there, that creates, once we get that, just that basic foundation of rhythm right there, okay, and you can build up speed, and it creates a different texture of sound right there. And that's the idea behind that. Take it slow first. Again, we take it slow first, and then we build up speed when we get comfortable each time, okay? And we do this very repetitively. And that, my friends, is what exercising the mind is about. Okay, doing stuff like that will definitely keep us alert, keep us always with our wits about us, and that is the way we train the brain. Okay, just one of the ways, I should say. There's many different ways, but this is just one of the ways, and it's fantastic to see how music plays a part in that. Okay, well, my friends, that's it. We are done for today. Give yourselves a little round of applause, a little round of excellent job. I'm gonna get my whole top of my head here now. Okay, kind of tired of seeing my head kind of cut off there. Okay, but great job, everybody. Fantastic job. Again, go back into the video and practice some more with me. Okay, do this repetitiously and eventually build up speed little by little, and before you know, you'll be playing just as fast as I did that right there. Okay, guys, thank you once again for joining me, and thank you again for your support and subscribing. Please continue. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to this channel, Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, and go on to Facebook page if you have Facebook. Yeah, please go on to Facebook page. Look at my other past videos there. There's a lot of stuff there that can help musically and teach you some things. Okay, as well as become a member of Patreon of Mr. C's Music Academy by going on to patreon.com/Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy, where you can be a member for a minimum of $1 and have all those benefits as previously mentioned. Again, the description is right there in the video, so you can look at all the stuff that you'll be getting as a member, including if it's not mentioned, including a certificate as being a student of Mr. C's Homeschool Music Academy. You get an official certificate from me. Okay, but also again, I want to thank all of my friends around the world. Okay, thank you again. Philippines, Ecuador, India. Okay, people from China. There's a lot of different people in lots of other countries in South America. Thank you, guys. Let's continue to watch. I will be here every week on the Eastern Standard Time time slot. Okay, today at 2 o'clock, actually not too far away, at 2 o'clock, I will be meeting. I'll have a session with our special needs friends. Okay, so if you know anybody special needs, please tell them to tune in at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, American time. Okay, and guys, thanks again. I am so grateful to be here. I will see you, my senior friends. I will see you guys next week. Okay, tune in at 1:15 next Tuesday. And as I always tell all of my students, I wish you happy practicing. Take care, everyone. Have a great day.